Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you guys doing alright. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. You?
Oh, sorry, I can't.
Today is nicer. Yeah, today's nicer.
That raining and stuff.
Well, you expect that they.
Yeah, it's good. The trees need to drink. They need their water, you know? It's good seeing you again. So, I was just thinking to myself, you may be thinking of this too now that you've seen the title, or maybe you'll hear my video, whatever. And this is nothing to hate on other people from other places. To me, competition is life. Being the best at something, certain, you can't be the best forever. You gotta fall off eventually, you know? So I was thinking to myself, because I was listening to some things this morning about Elon Musk. And I don't know if this was a biased interviewer or YouTuber, news girl. Like, she's like doing like real news and politics stuff. And it just so happened to come across my timeline. And she was talking about how like he lost like $2 billion this last couple days or whatever. And I said, Jesus Christ. And she's talking about how like it's because he's making bad decisions and he's something with his company's going wrong. And I don't want to get too much into it because like I said, I don't know if she's an actual person that talks this real facts or just another conspiracy channel of I can talk and say anything and people, it doesn't matter because, go fact check stuff yourself because you should be paying attention to what's going on in the importance of the world. So, I guess something happened where he or Trump got in trouble, or not in trouble, but they don't like some policy that they did. And supposedly, I gotta look on the news and see if this is true, that people set Elon's Tesla cars on fire. They went to one of his dealerships or something. He was burning up his stuff. Which that's childish and stupid. I mean, it gets a point across, but, that's a little, get caught, your ass gonna go to jail for a long time. So, if any of my wolves listen to my things and you hear I don't like people or disagree, don't ever touch someone else's property, you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm thinking about that, and then Batman mind kicked in. I said, Elon Musk is one of the richest people that live in America, but he's not American. He's like South African or something like that, right? And then my brain kicked again, and I said, yo, the richest rapper in America lived in America, or maybe he still does, because I remember he has a house in LA or some shit. But then he got into beef with Kendrick, and he was the highest paying rapper, singing guy ever. So it's like, I'm like on an entrepreneur level, we ain't it. On the rap and singing level, we ain't it. Well, Kendrick just, he just claimed the throne, but still. It's about receiving that big check like that, And it made me wonder, I'm like, how many other categories? And then how many years has America or Americans, like the originals and the people that live here? It's not like I said. It's not a black or white thing, or you're Spanish and you used to come from some. Everybody came somewhere else, so it ain't about that. It's about the people that actually live here, and they're like, I'm American. I support and live there. I don't go over there to make money and then talk or brag to people, and and it made me think, how many other things are there? And I started thinking about like all the other rappers, and I was like, yo, how many are there? And there's nothing wrong with being from somewhere else and you move here. Pretty good, pretty good. I can't complain. It's beautiful outside. You too. Like, and you move here, you're here. You're claiming to be here, so you're repping for here. You know what I mean? And then you got other people that come here, they live here. We forget they're not even for here or live here, and then we wonder why we catch them making a bunch of businesses and then collapsing and take all the money from the American people that live there and then go back to where they're from. I'd be like, yo, what did you expect? Why would he care about where you are more than where he's from? You know what I mean? That should be having me just dying laughing. I'll be wondering sometimes though, how far back, you know what I mean? Because we ain't talking about all the way back, because we know the people that came here, period. You wasn't from here, so the original American ain't never been the best of his own shit. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about we all live here now, you know what I mean? We all here. You know what I mean? Can't send everybody back and no shit. Y'all countries where y'all from, they don't want y'all. Why you think they sending motherfuckers over here, period? Because that's the game. You ain't going back. You gonna pay. You better be rich. Better make it out this jungle. It's like what they say. You can survive in New York. You can survive anywhere. If you last in America and get rich, then now you're allowed to live other places. Other than that, I'm like, I wouldn't want Americans moving over to my country. Not ones that are minded like that. American minded,
Hey!
Good morning. Like, we the best automatically. No matter what, I should have a cocky attitude of my country's the best, and I'll fucking talk crazy to you if I'm in your country and act like I won't get the paws put all over me. And literally, like, I could never understood how other people go to visit other countries, talk crazy to the people, and then do American things, you know what I mean? Staying out late at night, screaming in the streets. You think you could break bottles, you could fucking spit at the cops, you could talk to people. You can't do that in other countries. Those are against the law. Like how you could tell a cop, man, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear none of that. I know my rights. In other countries, nigga, those laws ain't get passed and shit. You don't have the right to talk to that cop that way. He could bust your shit open and there's nothing you could do, dog. You could scream that I got rights shit, but they don't look at you and be like, you're not from here. You don't have our rights, first of all. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to your ass. You better stop before I put you in that cell and your ass don't come out. Go pay one of my little fucking... Go pay one of them little niggas off and just put you in there for holding, nigga, and I'm gonna pay one of them niggas off and you ain't coming out, nigga. Oh well, he died in a prison fight. He was talking crazy. I don't understand that shit. That's why a man like me don't even want to visit other countries. Like, you gotta go over there and with respect, you know what I mean? You gotta go over there with the level of understanding. Go where you're going, plan where you're going. Don't think that you could just go outside that plan randomly like in America. Because there's people that love Americans being dumb. trusting, you know. Anyway, that's something for one of my wolves to think about. One of you, hopefully YouTubers, to go do some research on. And I would love to see that. I love seeing the other people that are smarter than me. Like I think of something, and then someone somewhere that I know is probably not even watching me, or maybe they are. You know, I don't know. But I know this. Anytime I start thinking of some new shit like this, and be like, yo, I wonder. I end up finding a video that's either been done or someone that starts working on it. It'll be great to see how many people actually are American that are made it to the top of America. You know what I mean? It'll be really interesting to know. Because when I look at singers and even on that level, I'd be like, yo, a lot of our, like, when you get out of hip hop, you go to just regular fucking all of that. A lot of them don't be from here neither. They be from Britain and London and a lot of like UK. Like people be like hating and like other people. Like perfect example. Americans always have that we're the best at everything. Then your ass will find out your legendary American songs is written by other people from other countries. The people you hold up as the best in whatever, they came from somewhere else. Like the Beatles is the fucking number one thing in America for so long. They were not from here. They're not from here. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music and really being talented, and then it comes to building things, and we have a false sense of we're the best. Cause like I said, when I look at other countries and how they do certain things, like we have certain freedoms they don't, I guess. But it be like I be looking at other things and it's just like, wow. That's beautiful. That's the best. Perfect example. I just watched a skit. I was gonna do a shadow room last night, and I didn't know what to do because they were all mixed messages, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it, you know. How you doing? And it was a black couple that moved to China, and they were like advertising how great it is, and it's so clean, and it so looks different, and the building, everything is nice looking, and I love. The one thing I love the most, I can go outside at nighttime and I know nobody's gonna fuck with me. I don't have to be scared. I said, wow, I miss that feeling. We don't have to lock our doors or some shit like that. I said, wow, I remember America used to be like that. I remember when I was a kid, I used to think like that. I could walk around and I could say hi to people and I could just, you know what I mean? I used to not lock my bike up. When I was younger, I remember in the projects, niggas didn't have to lock their doors, and you didn't have to worry about too much. We knew there was thieves and people that might do things, but, you know, it wasn't as bad, and everybody would catch you and rat your ass out and beat your ass. You got caught, you got your ass beat, so, you know what I mean? It was all on, you know, you do what you gotta do, and when you get the wrath, nigga, you gonna get the wrath. Now, shit is so bad, yo. I remember moving to South Carolina, Florida, all neighborhoods, white people's neighborhoods, different people's neighborhoods, and I'm like everybody locked their doors. The only place was like the South, and they don't be locking their doors, because just like that old white lady said in that one shadow room I did, she said, we don't lock our doors because if you come up in my house, you're gone. That's it. You could think a wife, you could think one of the small listen, we train down here with guns. We don't play around with that. You come in my house robbing or whatever, you're not leaving. That's it, you're gone. You're gonna wish the cops came and got you, because you ain't gonna leave alive. You're going in a body bag. Hey, and I say, yo, that's crazy. Like, I believe that, because they still have that defense. They can self-defend themselves because everything's so large. It's not like the city. You can't call the cops and they'll be there in 15 minutes. You call the cops, they might take an hour. So you need to be able to defend yourself. Anyway, I don't know how we got all the way over to this subject. But, you know, we got throwing little tips here and there for certain people. All love. love, all praise to the Most High. Hope you guys have a good day.